Real quick, let's talk about King Pokemon's latest charity scam. Gary Hayes, aka King Pokemon, did a MetaZoo box break with his son Devin on July 6, 2021. The live event took place on Devin's Twitch. Each pack entry cost $129 for a first edition Kickstarter autographed MetaZoo pack, plus Gary's limited edition autographed promo card that was left over from Collecticon.
DS, thank you for your participation. This is going to help a lot of kids. Let me just say, $35 is what is all it takes for one therapy session for a family who can't afford it for their child. $35. Your participation here is like 4 therapy sessions, for those kids.
So according to Gary, your $129 for each entry was paying for 4 therapy sessions. Right? Well, wrong, because only 50% of each entry went towards a charity that he will be picking out. Don't believe me? Here's the evidence.
Everybody who purchased a pack, and remember 100%, or I believe it's 50% because of the cost of doing this, 50% is going to be going towards the Foundation for Brain Health and Autism.
It's funny how Gary never specifies which foundation the money is actually going to. And this isn't the first time that Gary has done this. In fact, here's an E4 post from Gary Hayes about what he did with the NFT money. So just like the NFT money, Gary Hayes is pocketing 100% of the money and then later donating only a certain percentage of it to a charity that he picks. So if only 50% of the proceeds are going towards charity, what is the remaining 50% going towards?
I believe it's 50% because of the cost of doing this.
So the remaining 50% is to cover the cost of the cards, something that he claims he doesn't have to pay taxes on because he spends more money on collectibles than what he makes off of selling collectibles.
Things that were brought up. Why don't you pay your taxes? Okay, obviously in my position over all these years, all the jobs I've had, I've paid, my proper taxes. Why don't I pay taxes on the hobby? Because for the last 22 years, I have purchased more than I've sold. I hate selling stuff. So you don't have to pay taxes, or you only have to pay taxes on your profits. Well, I never had a profit because I always spent more than I sold.
Despite Gary's misinformation on whether or not he has to pay taxes for collectibles, here are some of the transactions that he has made. Here's Gary selling 16% ownership of his most prized Charizards for $81,000 to a business partner named Steve. Here's Gary selling one of his PSA 10 Charizards to Logan Paul for $150,000.
Yes.
And here he is selling a 1997 number 2 trophy card to Pokemon Radar for $70,000. Oh, and here's an old sales transaction that was left behind on E4. This is what he means by only selling through friends and family. This way he can avoid additional fees on eBay and avoid having to claim items. And while we're on the subject of E4, let's talk about some of Gary's other posts where he's encouraging people not to pay taxes to state and federal agencies, in addition to his racist reasoning as to why that is. So at this point, even his most loyalist followers cannot truthfully claim that he does not sell.
To me.
So you still sell cards, and that's how you're able to
Oh
live.
yeah.
Right.
But everything is done privately now. I do it through friends,
Right.
and in that I don't sell. I think on eBay, I think I have 2 listings that are absurd amount things. I don't sell anywhere except privately, like through Logan or Steve, or just through friends.
Pokemon Possum. Hi, Gary. I was wondering, do you have to pay taxes on the trading cards you sell? Man, that's tough. Okay, since I have to say yes or no, I'm going to say no.
Now let's go ahead and wrap things up with this.
And for that purchase price, they're also getting these promos. They're getting one of the limited to 500, 1 to 500. And if you play this in your deck, if it's autographed, it cannot be beat. There's each person is going to get one of these holofoil cards that are going to be signed by the combatants, me and my youngest son. I think you and I are both going to autograph, but I don't think we should do the rares, because that's a premium. We can pick any card in the deck, and you and I will both autograph it for the person. Okay, but we'll sign. Both of us will sign another one there.
This is it, man.
That's the one.
This is a BGS 10 signed.
Yes.
Wow.
In this case, the signature means very little.
Yeah.
Arita, who did design that Charizard, and it's signed on the case, not the card.
Right.
I mean, never would you let him sign that card, because that's extremely special.
Wait, who signed this?
artist.
Arita,
artist of this
Mitsuhito.
card.
Yeah, the artist. Yeah, but which in a lot of cases that's a big deal. But this card is such a big deal. His signature means nothing. Yeah, I could take. I'm tempted to take it off of there.
Why?
It's just on the case. It's not on the card.
I dare you to try and say that I'm taking it out of context now, you disrespectful piece of shit.